If you've ever thought, I wish the software that I'm using to manage my security guard company worked better, or if you're looking for software to manage your security guard company, keep watching. You've probably heard me say this before, but as a small to medium-sized security guard company, I don't believe that you are really competing against the national or multinational firms. But I can admit it sure feels like it sometimes, especially when it comes to technology. And in reality, that feeling is the reason I started Officer Reports. I started Officer Reports back in 2012 after Securitas beat me out of some business that I knew I should have won. I had worked that prospect for close to a year, and I was about 2 days from winning that contract. But at the last minute, and to Securitas's credit, they threw in some software that they were selling back then and that my company didn't have a competing product for. After that defeat, I promised myself that would never happen to me again. So I built Officer Reports to make sure that small to medium-sized security guard companies would be able to compete against the national and or multinational guarding companies in the area of technology. Because my background is definitely not in technology, I went about building Officer Reports the way that you or any other security company owner or manager would build it. First, I made sure that the software is simple to use for our customers. There is nothing worse than having to block out 2 weeks of your life to learn some new software. Even worse is having to pay someone to set your software up for you. When I sign up for Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube, I don't recall having to pay anybody to set up my software for me. What is that anyway? The software should just work. Second, the software is built around the way that you, your officers, and your customers are used to doing business. As an example, when the officer needs to do an incident report, they just do an incident report. It makes no sense for your software not to have the reports that your officers need. And why should they have to use a QR code to do an incident report or get their supervisors to write a report for them? The system should work the way you need it to work. Third, there is nothing more frustrating than needing some assistance and not being able to talk with someone to help answer your question. We've all been there, and it's so frustrating. I could just... That's why we assign each one of our customers a customer experience manager so they have an actual person to call. Imagine that, being able to talk on the phone with one of your software vendors. Doesn't that kind of make sense? Software doesn't have to be difficult, especially your security guard management software when you use Officer Reports. Sign up for a free 30-day trial at OfficerReports.net/sign-up to see just how easy it can be. OfficerReports.com, the easiest way to know what your security officers are doing.